I'm so glad to have you, Lady Carla, with me today.
Well, thank you for having me.
It's a new year, and
Right.
you worked miracles for me. This is not personal, but I have to preface this, okay?
Okay.
Pre-COVID, I was bomb. I was looking really
Okay.
good.
Yes.
COVID, I think
Uh,
I've had some hamburger moments, Lady Carla, but I'm happy you're here with us because so
Hamburger moments.
yes, so many of us are, we want to be healthy. We want to start this year off healthy and trying to reach these weight loss goals. And
Yeah.
you have an amazing program fit for you. And I'm telling you, when you work with your clients, you see results, you keep us motivated. So tell us a little bit about Fit for You.
All right. So, well, thank you again, Lady D, for having me. So, Fit for You is just that. It's something that is either fit for you or it isn't. And I know there's so many amazing um, fitness institutions and trainers and group instructors out there, which I'm so thrilled to be in this industry. So what I love about what I bring to the table is me, and I love being me. I love the fact that I um, uh, enjoy the idea of making any person that comes, no matter where they are with their fitness journey or whatever level they're at, to let them know that they can go further if that's what they want to do. They can start from wherever they are, if it's from the couch. And no matter where they are, it's never a competition. It's always about them staying focused on their own journey, their own bodies. Everybody's bodies are different. Everybody's just system is different. And so we all have our own separate journeys, and it's enjoying the journey as you go and not expecting these overnight sensations with our bodies when it's been years in some cases for most that they've been doing things that sabotages their health and their bodies. And so you don't want anything quick overnight. You want something to be a process where your body has started to accept, oh, we're doing different. Oh, we're making changes. Oh, let's, instead of a shock of doing something different. And then when you go back or tend to fall back into those unhealthy things, that the body not only returns, but it returns back with a vengeance. so
Yeah.
so it's like, let's take it slow. Let's just take this one day at a time. Don't be so hard on yourself, and enjoy the process. And there are scenarios where a person can push themselves a little harder, a little further and faster. If they're working on a special event or a special thing that they're trying to get to. I mean, that can happen, and that is so available, but you got to be willing to put in the work with that, and willing to stick with it so it doesn't come back on you in such an unhealthy way.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't knock that. I mean, I know there are exceptions, but that shouldn't be the rule. That
Yeah.
shouldn't be the rule. It should be a lifestyle to where you, and again, enjoying the process. I don't live a perfect, healthy food life. That is not
Late.
that. I'm being honest. I don't. I live an enjoyable, healthy, fit life. And what I mean by that is I love chocolates, and I have my moments that I want to enjoy that.
Yeah.
And I don't, and there are times that if I go overboard, and I have, and I do, right? And I was like, okay, I got to work for that, and so, but to say that I don't eat cookies or enjoy a piece of pound cake or pecan pie, those are my two favorites, by the way, and chocolate, that wouldn't be true. And it's actually consistency. That's the secret. It is consistency. If we could create consistency in our health and wellness life, there's going to be margins for when I say error, no, not necessarily error, but margins for those meetings that you have, or those invites that you have, or those parties that you want to go to. Why? Because, you've created this lifestyle of consistency. You know how to get back. You know how to get back on track. It's like going down that road and not having a rope where you can get pulled back.
Yeah.
Where you just keep going and you don't you don't listen to the that's enough. So you know what I'm saying. But consistency is definitely the key. And now there are some scenarios where when a person is on this situation where they have to really watch like their sugar intake and different things like that, like you don't have much of an room for error, right? Because you really have to watch it. And in that regard, I still think that they can enjoy those little taha moments, but it's some people have to be a lot more careful than others.
Yeah. I love what you said about process. That's so fair, because when I was with you, and the reason why I keep referring to myself is because I'm proof positive about just your attitude towards people. You keep us motivated, you keep us uplifted, and that's so important. But I wanted something really quick too, Lady Carla, and you made me understand about this thing called process. And so with it being the new year, many people are starting off in the gym, and they say, a month later, you won't even see them because they fall off. They don't understand that it's a process. You have to give yourself time. So what would you say to someone who has started a New Year's resolution or a New Year's goal, and, they're the ones that usually fall off? What would you say to them? How would you motivate them?
Those are great questions and thoughts. So I would ask them, what's your mindset? What's your why? Why are you doing this?
Yeah. So
I have them identify their why. If their why is because I want to be healthy, which 99% of it is people want to be healthy. There's a 5% that, I got to get in this dress, but that not 95% is people want to be healthy. And so it's that, okay, so if that's your why, then let's take one day at a time and then go after it that way. Don't look down the road. Yes, you are going that way, but you're not there yet. So you are here. You're right here today. So what is it today that you can do that can push you toward a healthier you? So let's start with the simple things like our water intake. And people underestimate the power of water. And even if a person just change that, if they are not consistent with drinking water and start that as a new year thing, they'll be surprised, cutting out like the sugary drinks. And not totally. Again, I'm not one for like I don't like the idea unless it's a health and death thing. Yeah. I'm not one for like cutting off something immediately, because I think it sets people up for failure. Yeah. So if a person is a soda drinker or pop, some people may call it pop, and if you're drinking 4 a day, cut it down to 2 a day. And substitute those other 2 times you would have had the sodas, take in water. So do small steps and not these big things that make you, set up for failure, because you get into that, I gotta have. Whereas you still know you got 2 you can drink. So then now you can make better choices. I'm gonna have 1 in the morning and 1 at night.
Bam.
You know what I'm saying?
That's so bad. My boss was like, you're going to get a Pepsi. I'm like, no, I'm going to get water. And I ended up getting this. So I'm probably going to throw this away. Remember the picture?
Okay.
We'll see. I might take a few steps. I'm sorry, Lady Carla. I've been bad.
No, you're fine. But so I would say start with small things, small steps. Let's say if you're a big sugar eater. And so I would say, instead of saying I'm not having no more sugar, that's a setup for failure. But say, I'm only going to have 2 cookies today. You know what I'm saying? So it's like cutting back until you are able to cut it out.
Yeah, I like
And
that.
I think because you can get control, and once, because this is what happens, you start seeing results, and if you and then the thought process is this, like, wow, I just cut out 2 Pepsis, and now I can get in my pants. Imagine what it would be if I cut out all my Pepsi. You know what I'm saying? And then you buy into this whole thing of this health and wellness thing. You buy into it because you prove to yourself, and that's what people have to see, that it does work. It's not going to show up necessarily on the scale right away. It may, but it may show up in so many other ways. It's going to show up in your energy.
Yeah.
Once you start eliminating those things that are sabotaging your health, it'll show up in your energy. It'll show up in your rest. And those two alone are enough to keep a person or help a person to keep going. And then because you have the energy to do what you need to do, and then you start considering working out because you have the energy for it. A
Yeah.
lot of people say, I'm so tired. I don't have the energy to work out. Well, it's because you're taking all your energy away with all the excess sodas and the sugar. So if you can eliminate the energy stealers and get that energy, you're going to want to put it into something that's going to bring you more energy. And that's with your exercising or walking. And exercise comes in so many forms.
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
I love your attitude because earlier in the interview, you mentioned about you and also other personal trainers. You share your platform even when you don't know it, Lady Carla. And yes, there are
Mm.
some amazing people in our city. They have helped
Yes.
me as well. That's what I love
Yeah.
about you. You have an attitude of it's not just about Lady Carla and what I'm doing, but
Mm-hmm.
I want to help everybody and share this platform. You give
Yeah.
kudos to this person and that person. So I want to ask you what are the benefits of a personal trainer? Because some people have not had the experience, but it's an amazing experience, and I find
Mm-hmm.
that it gives you that discipline as well. So what are some of the benefits of a personal trainer?
Yeah, I believe that a couple of things, well, many, but the couple of things that come right away is um, accountability, like one-on-one accountability,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
in your face
Yes,
accountability.
and you do that great
But
kind of accountability. You make sure we are on our game. Yes, you do.
yeah, and then also with a personal trainer, and it depends on the personal trainer's schedule. But I find versus small group versus personal training, and I love both. But if a person is doing personal training, let's say if like in your case, your schedule changes so often, with a personal trainer, it's like, hey, can we do X amount of time, or can we do this time? You have more flexibility in your schedule, especially if you have a busy life.
Mhm.
And so that, and then there may be times that personal trainer, depending again on that person or trainer's time and schedule, they may even be able to come to you versus, when there's a small group, everyone has to come to the trainer. So those are two benefits that come, that the thought comes right away. And then that trainer, here's a third one that comes, can really give that one individual my attention.
Yeah.
It's so funny because I do small groups and I also do one-on-one,
Mhm.
and my clients, they have a schedule and they see the calendar and they can select the time that best fits their schedule, as you know, right? And so,
Yeah.
but they can't see who else is coming. So there are times that I've had individuals show up and it was just them, and they're looking around and they're like, and it's two takes on me. So there are some in this category that they'll look around, they're like, it's just me. And I say, yeah, and I get so excited and they get so nervous. They're like, oh Lord, no, I'm just me. And I said, well, why? And they're just like, because I'm gonna get all of your attention and I can't get away with anything. And so you have that category of people. Then you have this other category. It's like, oh yeah, yeah. They get excited because they know they're going to get this really one-on-one attention. And we're going to do some things that I may not be able to do, especially with the way things are set up today with COVID.
Yeah.
I'm not able to do necessarily so many circuits
Yeah.
because of what's happening. So I have to keep everybody's space, and everybody use their own, whatever they started with, they finish with, right? And so there are some amazing tools, and I love fitness tools that I have. But when there's a large group, or no more than 10 is what I take in, I'm not able to do some of these other tools that if I just have the one person there, because I can wipe it down and they can go to wherever, and I wipe it, and they can come back to that.
Yeah.
So there are tons of benefits of a one-on-one, and there are amazing benefits for small groups.
Yeah, I just want to tell this story. I don't know if you remember, but one day I was rushing to you, and I think I forgot my clothes or shoes, or I was coming from work. Yes, I had to
Yes.
come to you. You
Uh-huh.
are so amazing. You said no excuses. I think you were going to get me some clothes. I think I ran and got, but
Yeah, you wouldn't got some.
yeah, you were going to have me some clothes and some
Yeah,
shoes.
you weren't gonna miss.
I was not going to get out of that.
And I don't think you were. I know you weren't. You weren't trying to get out. You were just being considerate, and you were like, oh man, and I wanted it to happen for you because I knew you wanted to be there. And that's another thing. Like, if I know that I'm not for everyone, but I know, and this has happened in throughout my whole, that I can think about that. God has sent me people that wanted to be there, right? And it was such a connection, and because I don't want anyone to feel like or don't want to be there,
Yeah,
right? And I want them to get an experience, not only because they're paying, but because it's their time.
absolutely.
And I if they feel like I can't help them, I'm so willing to say, hey, you know what, go and try such and such.
Yeah.
I've heard some amazing things. I think that they could be a good fit for you.
Mhm.
And I have no problems with that. In fact, I mean, I welcome it because I think it's important that they are where they can get what they need and what they want.
Yeah.
And that's awesome.
Wonderful. How
Yeah.
can someone get in touch with you, Lady Carla, if they're ready to make that move, that choice? They're energized. They say, "Hey, Lady Carla, she seems like she's the one for me. I think I need to contact her."
Okay. Well, they may not be energized, but I'll help them get energized. Sometimes the energy comes later. But so one way they can reach out to me, carlajennings.com. That's my webpage. And also on social media, Carla Jennings, and on Instagram is Carla S. Jennings. I'm sorry, then on Facebook is Fit for You 2, the number 2, and exclamation mark. So that's the contact page on Facebook. Yeah,
You've been such
yeah.
an awesome guest. Thank you for your time, Lady Carla. I know this took something from you, so this means so much to me. Thank you. Thank you for all
Oh,
you have done for me and our community. You have definitely
oh, thank you.
impacted our lives and our health.
Well, we don't want to touch those too much, but only when in areas where they need to be a little more curved, right?
A little
No, it's all good. It's exciting.
wonderful. You have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for hanging
Thank
out
you.
with me today. And
Yeah.
listen, hey, we're gonna have you on here some more. Okay, you have great information. So yeah, we
Uh,
got you.
all right. Thank you, ladies.